Right, lads. Thought I'd get this recorded session done and so you can watch it and smash it out because I haven't got one recorded this week because of the course I've been on. But as you're going to see on the screen, it's about support and resistance levels. Now, these form the basics of most traders, to be honest. It's one of the first things to look for on a chart. First thing, obviously, being the trend. See what way the general market's going. And the second thing I'm looking for is support and resistance levels. Now, what are these? Basically, it is certain price levels that price bounces off, either going up or down. And it's when it's in a support and resistance level, you'll hear, if you look at various YouTube videos, it will say it's trending in a range. So that's basically, if you look here, imagine this was your chart, ignore these candlesticks here. Imagine this was your chart here, price has gone up, it's hit a price here, it's bounced down. So at this point here, you'd identify that as a resistance and that as support. So if you imagine the support being the floor and the resistance being the roof of a building. So it hits your support, comes up, comes back down. Now, when you see it hit the same level twice, no matter whether it's support or resistance, that's your confirmation of that support or resistance zone. So again, start from the beginning, price will come up, it'd hit that resistance, and it'd come down, form a support, go back up, back down, hit that support, and then up again. Now, if I was watching this on a chart, I'd see it do that, and I'd see it rising, and I'd be looking at this previous level. One little thing you'll hear on some videos is look left because the structure leaves clues. And that's what you always do. When you see these zones, these levels being hit, you look left to see where it's gone. I'll show you some examples later on. But that's basically how it will act, and it will come down and it will just bounce around in this range. Now, you could trade this. I personally don't. But if you were on a smaller time scale, you'd identify these zones, the support and resistance levels. And once it hit one, quite certain it's going to bounce off so you could get into small trades. Again, personally, I don't. I'll wait for what we call a breakout. So say, for example, this is your chart here. You've identified there's resistance here and support here, and it's continually bouncing off. I'd see all this action going on, and I'll just wait and wait for what we call a breakout. And that is a breakout either to the upside or downside of these zones. So if you get a breakout to the upside, you'd see this, I'll just extend this, you'd see this, extend down, hit this level, bounce up, bounce up. You'd see it hit support and break out. Now what I'd personally do is I'd have like a pending order above here, because sometimes you get things called false breakouts where basically they're just trying to hit your stops to gather momentum. So what they'll do is they'll break out, come back down, maybe come back up, and then break out to the downside. That can happen. It's not always. It's something you've always got to be aware of. So if you do want to trade a support and resistance zone, I normally give it a good 20 pips out of each zone, just to be wary of these. And again, if you are trading a support and resistance zone and you have a pending order, it gets hit and it goes back down to the downside, that's just how the market is. It's not always going to work out for you. What you've done is right. You've waited, you've set an order above the resistance zone, so if it does break out. So that's not a bad trade at all. It's just not gone in your favour. So it's either going to go one or two ways, work for you or work against you. Market owes you nothing, so that's just the name of the game. But that's what we call a breakout. These levels varied, but I'll get some charts up now and show you what it will look like on a chart. Give me 2 seconds. So, right. Hopefully you can see this. This here is the Euro AUD, Australian dollar. As you can see, it's been nice uptrend. Come up, it's hit, bounce, hit again. Now that is your confirmation of resistance zone. You don't know it's going to hit this level again at this point, so you're waiting. Bang. Now, personally, you could see it hit that, get into a small trade, but you don't know how much it's going to range. It doesn't always go, this is perfect, really. Resistance support, that's bang on. You don't know now. It could range in the middle for a bit here, consolidate, and then bang, break out to the downside. So really, you got to wait for confirmation of the action. But just be aware that these are levels, and you're waiting for a confirmation of where it's going to go next, really. If we get another one up here. Right, here. Here you've got just a common resistance. This is what you call, if you ever watch YouTube videos or anything, you call a double top or a triple top. Now what this means is the price has hit the same point, or roughly the same point, twice or three times. Now here, you've got that resistance there, and then there's obviously a massive, you've got your gravestone doji, hit that point, so it's a touch above it, and then bang, it's hit that again. Now I won't really be too concerned about these wicks. It's really with the bulk of the action, price action, and where it's happening in the general area. Now I mark that as a common resistance zone. I can't actually tell you. I mean, I could go back and look at the charts, but I can't actually say if that fell. But it more than likely did. And if it did go up, it's normally a breakout to the upside, because that is, if it hits the same point twice, it's called a double top, and that's normally a sign of a strong resistance. If it does break out to the upside, it means there's been a lot of buying pressure to do that, because it's hit the same level twice and not broke it. Again, I'd be looking at this, and the common thought process is, if you find a triple or double top, it's normally going to reverse. It's normally the end of the trend going to the upside. So you'd be looking at a sell position, going short there. Now, where, for example, this trade, if I saw this happen on the chart, where you want to be using your entries and your exits, which are possibly two of the biggest things in forex trading, is majority of mine, or I'd say 95% of mine, are all done on support and resistance zones. And what you want to be doing is, say for this, you'd see a double or triple top here. To confirm, when you enter the market, you want to obviously get the best entry. Now, I don't know this is going to go down to the downside. I need confirmation. So what I do in this situation is I look to see where the most recent swing low was. Swing low is when it comes down. So here's a swing low, swing low, swing low, swing low. Because I know that this has formed support. It's come down, it's failed to break it, it's gone back up. It's come down, it's failed to break that level, it's gone back up. Now, for price to be confirmed to be going back down a reversal trend, it has to break the most recent level of support, which is, we call it a lower low. So it has to come down. For me, it would have to come down, break that level, more than likely break this level, and I'd be setting a pending order probably around here, level at the 3058 level, because I know if it's come down that far, it's broke these two recent support levels, I know it's continuing on to the downside. That's pretty strong. Again, if I use my indicators and I believed it had strength to the upside, it was just finding a temporary level of resistance, it was going to break that, I'd have my entry up here somewhere. But we'll have a look on the charts in a minute, and we'll find some examples for you. Right, here's another one. Just get it up for you. This is AUD JPY, Australian dollar against the Japanese yen. Now you can see here, big downtrend, big, bang, hit resistance, come down, dropped, found a support. Now at this level, yeah, you won't really know that this is a resistance yet. You just know that's bang, that's hit off a level, that's found some support, but it's not confirmed yet. Could drop low as far as you know, you don't know. Now, comes up, and I'd be looking at these here. When I see this uptrend, I'll be looking at these levels here.
because these are where price has been before and it's struggled to beat it. So like the saying goes, look, left structure leaves clues. Be waiting for it, so I'd see it break it and I'd be like, okay. Bang, hit that level, dropped. Now you have a confirmed level of resistance right there. Gone down, down, down. Now you can see here, hasn't quite hit support, found more buying pressure. Buys here, what this is telling me, and I can't actually see the price action, but this is clearly telling me that buyers want to get the hell out of this zone. They've had massive selling pressure, and they are trying to force it out. So bang, hit it again. Triple top, pushed it down, found support, bounced off. Now this is what you call, again, trading in a range. Personally, how I trade this is I would be looking to set a pending order. You can see buyers are trying their hardest to get out of here, and sellers aren't pushing it below this level. I would be waiting for a breakout to the upside here, personally. And just another thing to quickly note is a strong level of support, which turns into a strong level of resistance, is bang on. Like you see here, price has come down, bounced, come all the way back up to this, roughly the same level. So that's a huge level of resistance. Now, normally, how it works is the bigger the swing to the downside, bigger the swing to the upside. So you can see here, bang, gone straight back up, found roughly same level of resistance by these two spikes here. Hit support, come back down, hit the same level as it did previously. So now you've got two confirmed levels on quite a large scale there. Because it's the 1 hourly chart. Hit that support, bounced up, and there's obviously been some sort of news event which has pushed it lower, found it, and a previous level of support is now a level of resistance. So that was that 80.580. That is quite a significant level of support and resistance there. And if you went back in the market, I dare say you'd see this level getting hit a fair few times. You'd see that getting hit quite a lot, actually, I would have thought. So that's the examples I've saved. We'll go on a chart from this week. I mean, I don't even really need to prep for some of this. You can just see it. Now, close this, get off this. I'll close this off. Right. Get a blank template. Right, let's do the zoom out. Right. So you see here, right, where we're looking. I'll be looking at, say, example, this is my chart now. This is the most recent. This is USD CAD. I'll be looking at this here, and right. So first of all, I'll just be drawing in lines just to see if anything meets up. So yeah, kind of hit support there. It's resisted. It's broke through it there. Okay. So there's a level of support right away. Bang. You've got this choppy action here. Bounce hit it. It's gone up. We'll look at that in a second. That peak. So again, it doesn't have to be. Ideally, it'd be the same level. It doesn't have to be bang on. It's come up. It's broke it. Found this level of support. Pushed up. Hit that level, and then bang. So, for example, if I was trading this, take this out of the way. So we're clear. See this level of support. Bang, 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 bang. Now, I would be waiting personally for it to break this level, because here you've got what we call a lower high. Comes up, bang. Now, the market's round here. I'm looking for it to be, if it's confirmed uptrend, I'm looking for it to break that high. It's come up. So you hit that, bounced. If I was trading this, what I'd do personally is I'd measure about 10 pips. In case you don't know, MT4, click this crosshair and you can drag it, and it tells you what these numbers mean is that the left number is how many candles you're going across, so 6, 7, 8, 9, how many candle periods are in that zone there. The second number is the amount of points, which we don't really concern about points, we're concerned about pips. All you do is that middle number, you just take off the last digit. So that's a 71 pips, 118 pips, Yeah, so 115 pips. Just ignore the last digit, wherever it is. And the third number is the price at that level. So you come down here, bang. So what I'll be doing is I'll be measuring about 10 pips up from here. So roughly there. 13027. Again, with the last number, ignore the last digit because that is points, and we don't do that. We deal in pips. So 1.3028, say roughly. So I'll be setting a line. I'd find it. 130. Say 29. So that is where I'll be setting my my buy order, because that's got momentum to the upside, which I'll be using my indicators for. We'll go over that another time. I'll be wanting it to break this level, which you can see it does. Pulls back a slightly bit, so maybe twitchy bum all the time, and then bang, goes up. Now, how I'd set my take profit for this trade, ignoring all this noise here. I know I want it to break up. Look, left structure leaves clues. Where did it go before? And where did it find support? So that first one, bang. That would be my take profit right there. As you can see it here, pretty much bang on. It's a nice level of resistance. So I know it's found resistance at that point in the past. There. So that's where I know that the market's been before, and it's been quite happy to go there. You see it's gone here high, so I'd be setting that there. You could maybe, if you wanted to, be on a cautious side, drop it down a bit to give yourself that bit of breathing room. So yeah, that's fine. Where I'd be setting my stops on this occasion would be at the nearest level of resistance, really. Probably, I mean, if I had it here, I'd be seeing this swing low. So, sorry, not level of resistance, level of support. I'd be setting it at there, because I know the market's hit there, and that is a influential point in this currently trending market. And as you look back to the left here, this level of support which we're looking at here, resistance, support. I mean, you can go back. I haven't actually gone back this far, but I won't bother. But so that's where I'll be looking. Set your pending order. Look back. Structure leaves clues. Find a last level of resistance at that level. There you go. Bang. That'll be on my take profit. Most recent level of support. Bang. That's it. So you know now that this can range. Could go to the downside. So it doesn't matter. If it goes to the downside, cancel your trade, reevaluate. Just good to go to the upside. You know that if it's going to push further than this, it's going to go up. Pushed up, bang, 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 bang. And you look at this, and here you'd be looking at your indicators, your volume, all that stuff. You don't know it's obviously going to do this, but I'll be happy with that trade. If it got to about there, I'll probably move my stops to break even, just in case it does pull back to the downside. I've not won nothing, but I've not lost anything. I mean, again, I say when I go on first thing in the charts, look at trend, draw your trend lines in. I'm not sure how much you lads know about trend, but the old saying, trend is your friend, trade with the trend. All you do is you look at common levels. So looking at this, for example, obvious uptrend. When you draw the uptrends, you go from the troughs, which are the low points. So you'd find a rough level, so there. Or if this wasn't here, you'd be looking at that. Doesn't have to join every single point. But say, for example, you've seen this. You've got it there. You could do. Could have it there. There you go down. This would happen. Bounce off it. You'd be looking for it to bounce off this again if it was an accurate trend line. You'd see it won't. Bang. But you'd readjust your trend line here. You'd see that market comes up, goes down, hits off it, draw your trend line,
At least 2 points has to be. Goes up, comes down, breaks it. Now, you'd wait for this to form. You move your trend line because this is a high high. If it formed into a downtrend, comes down here below this level, you know you got weakness. That's not a proper uptrend. So you move that, comes up, waiting for it to hit that, bounces off it, and up it goes, and it breaks. And you've got a lower low. So this is USD CAD. I mean, it's hard to tell from the weekend, but you could be saying that would be on a downtrend. Not too sure yet. We can't really tell without indicators, really, personally. So again, going back, I mean, this works on any chart. I mean, get any chart up, any time frame. So Euro GBP. Okay. So first thing I'll be looking at is support. Support. Huge levels of support there. Support. Support. You can see here, it's come up, gone down, bounced up, hit the support, come back up. So that could range. That could be a support and resistance range. Don't know how it's going to pan out. Watch out. But this level here, I'd be going back to see if it was common. Might not be. Oh, yeah, there you go. Bang. See, that's from 10th of March. It's come up, it's come down, it's trended. And then 18th of May, it's hit the same point. Now, that's quite big. As you can see there, in the downtrend, you join the peaks. Uptrend troughs, downtrend peaks. There you go. Nice little downtrend there. So, I mean, here you go. Trades in a range, which is market can be called the market's choppy, where it's just going up and down, not really doing anything. Personally, stay out of these trades like this. If you're trading on the hour time scale, don't be involved. You want to wait till it breaks out into a particular zone. So it comes up, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Now that's found resistance there. So you be watching. We won't be doing anything in a minute, just be watching that. Again, go back, see if these two lines, I mean, yeah, it's found resistance support there. Not really, yeah, kind of. Resistance, so resistance there, support there, resistance, resistance. You see how many times that gets hit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, you just go back in the charts, and if you draw, say, that line there, you go back, it's not being hit regularly, just discard it. It's just yeah, it's a temporary level of support, but it's not meaningful. Now, them ones we looked at that are quite permanent in the market, in that market anyway, the EUR GBP, you'd be looking to trade them. Any around them zones, you'd be very cautious. About what them zones are doing. So yeah, I mean, that's about it on support and resistance, really. We'll go for another example. What we got? GBP USD. So again, you're looking at the chart, just draw them in. First thing you do. Keep your chart nice and clear. So resistance, support, resistance, resistance. Support there, support. There you go. See, actually, I wouldn't be too concerned about this one here, because you want to be looking where your market is at the time being, where it could go. Could break to the upside, could break to the downside. There, on the hourly chart, nice uptrend. Zoom out, have a little look. Yeah, kind of, right. Well, that's perfect right there. So if you can have a look on the hourly charts, that's what I personally trade off. Right, so you look at this.
found support, found support. Okay, so I'll be going back, looking at this line here. Support, resistance. In fact, just to make it clearer, bin all that off. So look, support roughly, bit of resistance there. Comes along. Yeah, bit of resistance, breaks it out, goes to the downside. Bang, hit it dead on. Support there, bounces up, goes for it, comes back up, finds a level of resistance. There. Breaks through that support, and now this level of support turns into resistance, and you've got your resultant downtrend. And as far as that goes, so you see how this level here, just double check. So there's bottom level, isn't it? Right, yeah. So these two levels here from what, back in January, these are still being hit. You can quite see there. See, this same process here happened back in January. So these, where we're at now, is two very key levels. I mean, you don't know where it's going to go. Yeah, you got an uptrend that could quite easily, this level of support could quite easily turn into a level of resistance and go below, or it could bounce off that, form another higher high, which it's been doing, and break up to the upside. Yeah, so again, if you were going to trade this, I would be looking personally to have my entry here. My stop loss at this level of support. So how many pips is that? Probably quite a few. 89 pips. It's quite a lot. Or you could even have it here at this level because it's formed a support. This is, in fact, yeah, cancel that. I would have my stop here. That's a lot better stop. 55 pips. Because this is another level of resistance which has proved common in the market. So yeah, I'd have my entry there. My because it's above this recent swing high. My stop loss here, and I'd have my take profit there. Not best trade in the world. If it did make 42 pips there, by all means, if it did reach this level and you were confident, you could just move this stop into a take profit, go 50-50. Watch what happens. If you feel it's going to break out, if it does break out, just move your stop up. So here, if it does hit this level and retrace back down to the downside, stop loss gets hit, you're in profit. Haven't made huge gains. You made what? 23 pips, not a bad trade. You made profit and could reverse and go back up to the upside after the pullback, but that's how the market goes. We don't actually know. So that's about it, lads, on support and resistance. So just to recap, have your blank chart. Personally, this is how I have mine. You can do it whichever way you feel comfortable, and just drawing your lines of support, resistance, any significant areas. You don't want to be looking at like that, and you know, we're looking at that, and I mean, yeah, you want to look at the main ones where it's been significant, like that, and that, and that, and see what I'm getting at? These big ones, the main ones, because these are, you can imagine, to be able to stop all this downside momentum to push up, that's huge. That level, same as that level, bang, push right back up, bang, 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 massive selling pressure, bang, pushed it right back up. That's huge. When we're looking at the main levels, you don't want to get involved in the choppiness in between because they're just not really that significant. So yeah, lads, that's it in a nutshell. Support and resistance, and with a brief bit of trend lines. I hope that's useful for you. Any problems or questions, put it in the WhatsApp group.
Cheers, lads.